Hello, welcome in, friends. I hope everybody is doing well today. So we are in an event, and it is ocean themed with creative crafters assemble. I hope that you have been enjoying today's event. I was at work all day, so I didn't get a chance to enjoy everybody, and I'm literally just getting home. So, you know, I am hoping that you guys will join me. And I am the last presenter for today. Hey there, Miss Mary. Oh no, okay. Thank you, dear. I appreciate it. Sorry, I just saw something about a cat was dumped in our neighborhood. Oh, goodness gracious. I swear people have no sense and are so mean to animals. But thank you for being here. I am the last presenter of this ocean themed event hosted by Miss Gia from Gia's Creations, and the group is Creative Crafters Assemble. So if you haven't been able to see everybody that was up before me, you can go to the group and you can see everybody. I do have the lineup, also the flyers posted on my page, so you can definitely go and check that out. But the link is in the description of the video, so you can go and see it there. So let us start working on what I am going to be doing today. And hopefully it'll come out cute. That's all we can hope for, right? Hopefully it will come out cute. Okay, so I picked up these little wooden pieces at the Dollar Tree a while back when they had them for their like ocean summer type theme that they had, but they probably still have some. They had other little critters as well, but I thought the sea turtle was the cutest, and I want to use it today. And so you do get 2 of them. We're going to use 1 of them, okay? I do have some paints that we're going to use, as well as I do have these cute puffy stickers with some fishies. So we're going to have some little fishies roaming around. I do have cardstock in a lighter blue and a darker blue. But first off, let's get our turtle all nice and painted. We're gonna get our turtle all nice and painted, and I need to remember to bring all the brushes that I've washed back into my craft room. Does anybody else do that? That's why we end up having so many brushes, is because we'll leave them wherever we wash them. Because I know I do. Hey there, Miss Tracy. Miss Tracy was on before me. So I'm going to be using an aquamarine and a parakeet because I want to have, I do want some green, but I also want a teal or an aqua. Did you?
Let's go photobomb. Let's go photobomb.
You gonna photobomb? Oh,
yeah, we're gonna photobomb. We're gonna photobomb.
You're gonna photobomb. Y'all, look. Looky. I did a baby. I just saw on the neighborhood thing.
I saw it.
Oh my gosh. It's a little baby. This is Kiba. Hi, baby. You're trying to open your eyes, aren't you? She's keeping us very busy. Aren't you? Yes, you are. I know. I hear you. So I'm thinking that I'm going to do the lighter green. Thank you. She is, we think maybe now, I mean, we've already had her for a few days. We've had her since Sunday. We're thinking that now she's maybe around 10 days old. But she is teeny tiny. She is teeny tiny. Vet says she looks good. Biggest thing is we gotta keep her warm and fed every 2 hours. You know, gotta help her use the bathroom. So, you know, I thought my nights of having to wake up to feed a baby were over. No. No. Lord was thinking otherwise. Aw, thank you. Yeah, they found, someone found her crying and with, you know, no mama in sight. So, kittens, especially that young, are super vulnerable. If you don't see a mama show up within 2 hours, you have to immediately step in, or the elements will take them, because they're too small to care for themselves. They can't even regulate their body heat. So she stays on a little heating pad, but she's and of course we have to, you know, take her out and put her in our hands to feed her, and she's becoming a little stinker. She wants to be held all the time. she's no joke. So I did that green there. I want to do the aquamarine color inside of here, and then I'm thinking we could do a dark for the outline. And that way we have a little bit of like some different contrasting colors. Now, sea turtles, did y'all know, can live to be over 100 years old? I find it fascinating. I was really young and I actually got to go see some sea turtles laying eggs, and I got to touch one, and let me tell you, it is nothing like a chicken egg. They are not solid, they are soft. So you have to, you know, handle them very gently. But in Costa Rica, one of our beaches is one of the few places in the world where sea turtles will go lay their eggs, so that beach is protected, to keep poachers away and all the things the human lights, all of that, because when the little turtles hatch, they follow the moonlight into the water. And what happens in many of the other beaches where they go to hatch is that because there's street lights and roads so close to the ocean, those lights distract the sea turtles and they go in the opposite direction. And they don't make it. So, because their mama doesn't stick around. And they are very, very vulnerable when they're little. So I think they are fascinating. I loved when when they did the movie Nemo and they had the sea turtles. I thought that was really, really cute. Now I wonder if I can get, yeah, there we go. Let's get some paint in there. So what I want to do is I'm going to create like a little scene per se with my turtle, okay, and the papers. That's the idea behind this. Now because I need some darker, I'm just gonna add a drop of black paint to the already green paint that I have out, so that way I'm not wasting and getting a different color. And we're just going to mix it together to give us a bit of a darker color. Hey, Miss Renee, thank you, dear. I appreciate it so very much. Now, today, one of the things I was doing, I was teaching resin. And let me tell you, if I had a UV resin right now, this would be super cute because it is 2 layers to fill the little cavities with stuff and then put the resin on it. It would look super cute. So if you do like the UV resin and you do find these at your local Dollar Tree, maybe you can try that out and see how that comes out. I think it would look really cool. I think it would, at least. I need to get a lamp, because that's the biggest thing, is I don't have a UV lamp. And yes, a lot of you usually would be like, what? Because you get your nails. Well, I don't do them, so I don't have a UV lamp. So see how by adding the black and literally 1 drop, you don't have to add a whole lot, because it will get very, very dark. And just using the paint that we already had. That way we can make something with what we already have. So I like UV only because it dries faster. I, for the most part, tend to use the 2-part resin, but that is normally because I'm doing larger projects. Something small like this, yeah, you know, I do the UV. And also what's really cool about using the UV is that, you know, you can work faster in doing layers and things. But I do need to get myself a new lamp, because I had one and I don't know where it's at. And I haven't wanted to buy one because I know I got one somewhere. Because I bought one. And I've used it. And I don't know where it's at. And I bet you that if I order another one, then I'm going to find the first one. And I don't need 2 lamps. So I'll just wait. But yeah, I do like the other thing with the UV is that it is all already in one container, whereas with your traditional you have to mix part A and part B. And if you've ever worked with resin and you mixed the parts wrong, talking out of experience, you mess up your project because it will not cure properly. So I did that and my project did not cure, and I tried to fix it and I couldn't fix it, and I got so frustrated I ended up throwing it away because I was so mad. I was mad at myself because I didn't mix it right. Oh, on Amazon. And I will tell you right now to look up UV nail lamp, because if you put in UV resin lamp or craft lamp, I don't know why, but it tends to be more expensive. And they're the exact same thing. It's just who they're marketing to. Don't know why they do that, but yeah. Just like makeup sponges, if you buy them in bulk, cheap, you know, you try to buy them under craft supplies, they're expensive because they're a mixed media product. Like, what in the world? So my sister does jewelry and keychains with the UV resin, and she likes it because she uses molds for hers, like the silicone molds, and she will put, you know, like a layer that's been mixed with some mica powder to give it color, and she'll cure it, and then she'll get just a clear, pour it in and add, you know, like some cute shapes, or maybe write a name out, or, you know, whatever it is that she's working on, and cure that under the lamp. And then when she pops it out, it looks like this, you know, layered project. And, you know, if we do the regular resin, you gotta wait several hours between one layer and the other. Not so cool. Okay, so that actually looks really, really cute. I do like it, and it's gonna dry on its own. It'll be fine. So we're gonna put it over there. Put these here. I'm gonna bring my papers back. So I want to layer my papers. Okay, so I have the larger layer of blue, and now I want to bring in the lighter blue, and this one I will have to trim down so that it'll fit in here and kind of make like a border, if that makes sense. So I'm going to trim this down. And we're gonna trim about 1 inch off. That'll give me about a 1/2 inch around. And I better make sure that I am trimming it the right way. Yes, I am trimming this way. And obviously you can save your papers. And then we need to bring it in right about there as well. So I don't know what to do with my pencil. I'm just trying to measure to wherever I will have about 1 inch, a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch going all around. And this is just cardstock, but if you had a board, you could totally paint the board. You know me, I like my paper, so we're going to use paper for this. Okay, I'm going to glue this down. And then this, you can use it as, you know, as a card front. I mean, in my case, said if you do this on a board and you paint, then it'd be a cute little sign. But I'm wanting to have it whether it's gonna be, I'm gonna keep it in the shape of a card, or what it'll probably end up being is an insert in a journal. And the glue stick that I am using is Oohoo. It is really good. I do like it. And I have shared a link to it, but I can share it again. And I was like, where did my big bone folder go to? Alright, so now we get to add to this. If you have stamps or any kind of like, you know, sea themed sayings that you want to add, you could obviously do that as well. You can also cut a piece kind of like in waves and have, you know, like the waves of there if you like and want that. I'm okay without it. I don't really need it. This is pretty dry, so we are, oh, I just noticed that I didn't paint this side of, and I don't want to see the wood. I was trying to make sure all the edges were green, and I didn't get this one side, and that was not smart because I don't want to see wood. Well, I didn't get this fin either, so no, I don't feel that bad. I just totally missed it. But this would be really cool if you did it with resin and did like different tones of green for the little shapes and all of that good stuff. Okay. So I want my turtle to look like it's going this ways, and then I'm going to put the fishies going around it. Okay, and in this case, I have it to open up like this, right? But we could also consider doing it this way. And let me add just a little bead of glue here, because this one corner does not want to go down. One corner does not want to go down. Okay. So if you want to do it standing upward, then we could just do here, which you know what, we might just do that, because then this I can sew into a journal as well if I wanted to. So we're gonna add our turtle down here, and we'll add the fishies up top. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this glued. And I hope that you guys have had a really good Friday. And that you have a blessed weekend. You guys have, anybody got any plans for the weekend? You really don't. I mean, I'll be working tomorrow again, so really don't have much plans other than that. Hey, handsome. Thank you for popping in, puppy. And not just a photo bomb. Oh, I keep on telling myself I have to get some more of this glue. This is my favorite one. You have to go to 2 swim meets. Ooh. Well, best of luck. To those who are competing. Hopefully you guys have good weather for that. Now these are kind of like puffy, so they'll be really cute, but anytime I use a sticker or a washi tape or anything of that nature, I always like to add some extra glue, just because, you know, I do not ever trust the stickies, whether they're brand new or older. I don't trust them. And you know, when we're making something, we want it to last, so I am, you know, always trying to make sure that things are going to last. I bring some colorful little fishies in. And just a, you know, just a little bit. It doesn't have to be a whole lot. Yeah, could totally put here, just keep swimming. Like Dory used to sing, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. And I might actually write that because I think I like that. I think I like the idea of that, so I think I might just do that. So there are some green fish, but I'm trying not to use them because we have all the green in the turtle. So I'm trying to incorporate some of the other colors. Because, you know, fish are all colors in our ocean. And there's some very interesting creatures in our oceans. And we should do our very best to protect our oceans too. And all of the creatures they're in, you know. I will say that is one of the things that I'm very proud of Costa Rica for, protecting the sea turtles and other animals in our waters. And around, because, you know, they're important for the ecosystem. Once things start disappearing, we're gonna be in trouble, you know? We're gonna end up being in a lot of trouble once you have all the animals that disappear. And I mean, if you think about it, a lot of the creatures that are in the ocean are from like the dinosaur age. Like, they're old. So we definitely want to protect them, as they are part of this world's history. But sadly, far too many creatures are getting the bad side of things. Alright, I was hoping I had my pencil somewhere, because I don't want to use my pen. I want straight on here. I think it would be a lot better if I used my pencil, which is back here. So I'm gonna write just, so we're gonna do a little bit of lettering, and I kind of like the boxy letters, but we'll try to mix it up. Now the other thing you could do is you could also use alpha stickers if you which I may actually go and grab some alpha stickers to kind of like swap out how I'm doing this, because I think that that would actually look really cool. So like there's my just. Let me grab my alphabet stickers. Where are my alphabet stickers? Here's my binder. I should have dogs, butterflies, birds, cats, animals, vintage. Oh, I have ocean. Aha, here we go. There's some alphabets. Okay, so let's get this one because I want those alphabet stickers. So if you ever end up with a bunch of alphabet stickers, here you go. This is why. So keep. So just, and again, I do want to add just a little bit of glue, just as a precaution. So just keep just keep swimming, just keep swimming. I do want to make a little Nemo journal, so I don't know, maybe I'll keep that keep this for that, since this is what Dory used to sing. She used to sing "Just Keep Swimming." Because, you know, No matter what life throws at you, you just keep going. That's pretty much what that lesson was in that movie for the kids. I said, no matter what life throws at you, you just keep moving forward. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab my other ones. And I think I'm gonna go swimming this way. If not, it's not gonna fit. Just keep swimming. Again, this is what I prefer to do with stickers, only because I don't ever want stuff to come off. So if you had to pick your favorite ocean animal or anything ocean themed, what would it be? Do something. So like, if you had a favorite sea creature, what would it be? Caroline loves sharks. I mean, she loves all, honestly, hence why she wants to become a marine biologist. But I would definitely have to say that her ultimate favorite would be the shark. I think it's especially the whale shark. I think something like called a lemon shark. Swim mean are her favorites. I like sea turtles, sea horses. I think jellyfish are fascinating, even though they are dangerous. But I still think they're fascinating. Hey, Miss Carla. How are you, my dear? Oh, I'm so sorry, hon. That I do not know. Now, I do know that I totally forgot to send out a telegram. That much I do know. But if it was one from FB, yeah. There, I don't know what to tell you. If you were waiting for that one, I will say I did forget today to do it. Okay, now I'm just going to do the top, which was the one that I did by hand. And how about we do a blue, if I can find my blue. Hi there, Miss Michelle. Okay, so this I'm just going to outline in my blue, and I'm just going over, you know, where I wrote. Miss Michelle started this event off today. So if you guys missed anybody, you can find all of the replays. Oh no, dear, you're fine. You're fine. I have to rewatch everybody because I was working, so. And I literally got home right before my time. So I have to go and catch everybody. So you are A-okay, dear. Thank you. I appreciate it. So this is what is it? This is the Inkjoy gel pens. So we do need to kind of leave it let it dry just a little bit before we can like erase, or we'll smudge thing. But this is where you can have fun with it. You can come in and you could do lines to your lettering. So this is an option. And then you just kind of like see where the line would have gone. You just trace that. So you could do lines, you could do polka dots. So if you don't have alpha stickers, you can always doodle and do your own lettering, and you can still make it a lot of fun. Okay, so you see all I did was, now I did do like a chunky. You can find other styles of lettering. You could do swirls in here. Trying to think, what else can we do? We can do as if we're doing, you know, little shapes like that, you know, so many different things. And then you can color this in if you wanted to. You don't have to. But I did want you guys to see that there are options. If you don't have stickers, you can do it yourself as well. So hopefully that makes sense. Like, I would come in here and I would probably, with the same pen that I used, I would just come in and color. I like doing the stripes with a red pen on a white background, because then it looks like candy cane for Christmas. I think it looks really, really cute. But again, you know, that's my style. That's me. I just wanted to like show you guys. Of course, it doesn't help that at the scrapbook thing we're doing a lot of cards, so yeah, here I am doing a card or a journal insert, however you want to look at it. Either way, I think it looks pretty cool. Okay. And then on the inside, we can add another blue panel in here of the lighter blue. You can do that as well. This is cardstock, so this can be sewn in with a signature, or again, this could just be a beautiful card that you hand to somebody. Okay, so I'm going to measure this again, cut it down so that we can add it in. If you have a cute sentiment that is swimming or ocean or fish or turtles or anything like that, you can add stamps in here. I mean, this is where you use all those things. Okay. And you know what? I'm actually going to turn this into a top loader pocket. That is what I'm going to do. Which means I'm just going to glue on 3 sides. Because that way I can insert this, like I said, into a journal. I think that's super fun. Now, one of the things that you can do as well is you can take an X-Acto knife, and I'm going to put it on my cutting mat. Whenever you have like a large pocket like this, you can break it up. Okay, so and you can do this a few different ways. You could layer it, or you can come and you can cut a slit in this. And so I'm just going to come somewhat down and make sure that I am as straight as I possibly could, because if not, you know. And then I'm just going to cut into making a slit like this. Okay, I'm going to cut a little piece right underneath just to open it up just a little bit more. And what's going to end up happening is that now, if I don't have something that is as tall as the back pocket, I will still have a space for it. Okay, did that not go all the way through? No, it did not go all the way through. Of course it did not. Of course it did not. And then I just come towards the end and trim off the side here. Now there are metal dies that will do this, but if you don't have it, you can do this, as you can see. Okay, I want you to see that you can do this, you know, with a ruler, an X-Acto, and a cutting mat. Okay. Now I am going to add some blue ink to this. Like I said, this will end up being an insert, but like I said, it could very well work for a card if you wanted to do it as a card. I've told many people today there are a lot of similarities between card making, scrapbook making, and journaling. So we know of, you know, layering pieces of paper in front to make multiple pockets, but you can also do it by having spaces like this slit for shorter items. Thank you, Miss Gia, for having me. I really appreciate you. Again, anybody who may have missed, myself included, and has to rewatch, the link to the group is in the description for the Creative Crafters Assemble group. It is a free group. Today was all ocean themed, and there was a really good lineup, lots of amazing creators. You don't want to miss seeing what they did. Follow the group for all the events that are coming up. And again, just gonna put this in. And so we have the slit on the top here, okay, for larger items. Okay, or taller items, I mean. And then you also have the bottom slit for things that, you know, are maybe not as tall. And you could still even do a third one if you wanted to for smaller tags or smaller pieces of ephemera. So you can make as many as you want. But this is my idea. This is going to be an insert that can be sewn into a journal. But again, you can make card fronts this way as well. Thank you so much for having me, Miss Gia. Thank you to everybody for popping in. I hope that you have enjoyed this idea. And, you know, like I said, you could make a cute card, or, you know, you could make it like me, which will be an insert. This will end up being an insert. And yes, you can use thin pieces of wood, like we use metal, like we use all these beautiful things. So thank you so much. I love you guys. Love you, Miss Carla. Everybody have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys Sunday. So